Sorry, I'm listening to that Sonic. I don't really like the Flying Battery Zone. Hang on. Excuse me. I try to be the most polite person, okay? I'm about to sneeze, I turn off the mic. How many other streamers do you know who do that? I also move away from the mic to breathe in. What year is it? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a little bit Gatorbox Arena. How's it going? Yeah, I'm not even really a big fan of the flying battery music on Sonic, all things considered. I think it's kind of grating and annoying. It's really weird because I know like people are always like, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis has like one of the best soundtracks on the entire console, and I'm like, yeah. I try to think of a game that where like every song on it on the Sega is like really good, because I can think of standout tracks from individual games that I think are great. You know, the bonus round music, Rave Dance Tune from Cool Spot. That's cinema. But a lot of the other music in that game is kind of forgettable. You know, that's a little bit of Tommy Tallarico for you. Tallarico? Thomas? I don't fucking know what the guy's name is. But there's like a lot of like, Sonic music that kind of falls into that category of like, I don't know if I really say I'd like it or not. There's usually like several standout tracks from any given Sonic game, but like a lot of them are just not good. You know, maybe because I've listened to them for the past 30 years. I'm just getting tired of them. I don't actually know. But if you never heard the bonus round music from Cool Spot, though, you owe it to yourself to actually look that one up. That one actually is certified banger. That's the thing. People also like Earthworm Jim, you know? There's several songs in Earthworm Jim that I think are fantastic. For Pete's Sake comes to mind. I think that one is it makes really interesting use of like the drum kits and sound effects and things like that on the Genesis hardware. And then there's also that shit where it's like Tommy Tallarico, he gets credited for composing that, but actually it was such, I don't fucking care. Okay? If Tommy did it, he did a great job. If Tommy stole the music from somebody else and put his name on it, then whoever actually did it, they did a good job. You know? I don't care. I just want to listen to the music, okay? Fuck Tommy Tallarico. But the funniest thing I think about him is that, like, there was that one thing that somebody said where they took all this footage of his performances from Video Games Live, and he does a live performance of Underground, which is a big band version of the ISO 9000 forward stroke Lorenzen Soil level from Earthworm Jim 2. It has a guitar lead. And they were comparing all the things where it shows like all of these live performances, the guitar sounds exactly the same in all of them, and the last chords and strums finish at the exact same time, and blah. So it's like either Tommy has really nailed down how to play this one song, or he's air guitaring the entire thing. Like, I don't. Who cares, you know? What are you gonna do? Take his Grammys away? Oh, he didn't have any. Anyways, welcome to Gatorbox, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's not long enough, okay? Not long enough. I made some progress on the set in the garage for Articles of Conflagration. I posted some pictures in the Discord. I hung up the lights. The wall is done. I hung up the lights. I got to work on, there's a big sign that goes on the wall, the back wall. I got to get that made and hang that up. I don't yet know if I want to put lights on the big sign. I might. I'll see how it looks with lights and without lights. We'll see how it goes. That said, I also need to clear out parts of the garage. I got to the garage sale a bunch of crap out. So we'll see how that goes. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts right now, but I did the channel update at the end of last month, the very end of last month. Talked about how I was still working on the show this past weekend. Worked on the set for the show, so you know I'm not lying to you. Your Patreon money is going to a good cause. Uh, so for the past couple of weeks, we were playing a lot of old computer games like MS DOS, not really MS DOS, but like Windows. Some of them are DOS, but Windows games. We were using a Windows XP virtual machine. I have a stack of games that I wanted to get working, but they didn't really work on XP. They were too old for that. So even in a virtual machine, like that, they would have trouble running on XP natively, and then running it on XP in a virtual machine is not perfect. So that's also one further step removed. So they just wouldn't work at all. They need to work on like a 95 or 98 system. I was unable to get one of those working in what time I had between now and the last chill stream. So I don't really have any more XP games to test. So I figure we can move past that. And I filled in the schedule with some more old computer games that we did test. So, those streams serve the purpose. Tonight we can do some retro achievements. I went through and I was putting games in my watch list and looking at the ones that were already there. And I was going to pick out a game I feel might be fun to play. I don't know. I settled on the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. There's two of them. We only got one of them localized to North America. The second one was the Team Rocket Attacks, or The Return of Team Rocket is the subtitle. Pokemon TCG for the Game Boy Color was released at the end of the last millennium, I think. It's like 99 or 2000, I think. It was pretty close. It features the original base set Pokemon cards. It features the Jungle set, which was the first expansion set, and it features the Fossil set, which was the second expansion set. It arguably also features base set 2, which was just a reissuing of the better cards from the first 3 sets. So base set 2 was in stores at the time, but they're not represented in this game because they're the same cards. There are several promotional cards are featured in the game as well. There's a couple of cards that were invented just for this game that work with mechanics that only can work programmatically. The ones you get at the very end of the game. The rest of the oddball cards that are promos. For those of you that don't know, when they localized the Pokemon TCG, and it was printed by Wizards of the Coast in the United States, they had a different order of things than when they printed the cards in Japan. When they were printing the Pokemon TCG in Japan, there was no base set, jungle set, fossil set, things like that. There were, but those cards belonged to other sets and releases and things like that. So when they localized it, they said, okay, this first set of cards, we're going to collect all these cards. This is going to be the American base set, and we're going to translate these with the same art and things like that. We're going to print these. That's the base set. And then the jungle set, they went and got more. You know what I mean? They did that. And the promos are the ones that were really up in the air. Because the Wizards of the Coast Black Star promos, named as such because on the part of the card where the expansion icon goes, or lack thereof for base set, it has a little star that says promo across it. And then rather than an assigned rarity, on the bottom right-hand corner of the card, there's a number there. And the number incremented every time Wizards would print a new promo card. It starts at 1 and it just works its way up. I believe the very first, you might want to fact check me on this, you might want to wiki this. I believe the very first Wizards of the Coast Black Star promo is Arcanine. It's the one of Arcanine, it's like running and it's like looking to the side and roaring or whatever, and there's like a flaming forest in the background. That was the one that was christened Black Star Promo 1. That's in this game. But the thing is that there were a lot of cards that were in this Game Boy game as promotionals, and they get weird number. Like there's some cards that are in this game that at the time had never been printed and localized for the North American market. Some of them, like there's a Venusaur card that we're not going to see because you only get it with a really esoteric IR based function on the actual game hardware. It's a rare drop, and it's a Venusaur promo card that was never localized to North America, but it did exist in Japanese markets, and that was localized here for this game. And there's a couple of cards like that. The Mew one for the movie. Prodigy. I hate to actually you, but I believe, the Pokemon the first movie promo cards are cards 2 through 5. You had Mewtwo, Dragonite, Pikachu, and for some stupid ass reason, Electabuzz. However, I believe those, again, this is weird because those 4 cards were chosen to be the promotionals for the first movie, and they have the gold foil Warner Brothers stamp on the card art and things like that. But those cards existed already in Japan. The Electabuzz card I know was already a thing. I think the Pikachu card was something else. Because these promo cards were released in North America as a tie-in for the movie, but they weren't movie tie-ins in Japan. They were just promo cards that were other things, and they got localized here. The Mew card, there is a promotional Mew card. It's the one that she's standing on like kind of a tie-dye background. I'm picturing it in my head. She's standing on like a tie-dye background. I want to say it's like promotional. I think it's Black Star number 7 or 9 or something like that. That was one that you got from the Pokemon Trading Card League. When you went to your hobby store and you had your little book where the stamps, every time you played around and traded card, you bought a booster pack, they stamped your little book. And when you got enough stamps, you handed your card in to the gym leader at the card shop, and they would exchange it for a promo card. And you could do that as many times. Like, they would just get a... That's why those specific promotional cards are pretty much worthless, because they printed 1 million of them in anticipation of people, just because there's a mad rush for Pokemon Mania, right? People just handing in cards, and there might have been people that just like illegitimately just getting cards for free so they could trade them for, you know what I mean? So those cards were bullshit. But the ones for the movie actually do have some value. They printed a ton of those as well, but you could only get them from going to the movie. This game, the Pokemon TCG game, came with the holographic Meowth. It's a version of that card is in the game, but in the game it has a randomized effect that isn't possible to do in physical, because it does damage to a random thing on the board. You can't do that in a physical card game. You just pick something on the physical card, I think. But that was included with the game when you bought it, and it was wrapped in a shrink wrap thing. I want to say that was Black Star number 11, I think. I'm not actually... the one you're thinking of was the Egyptian tablet one. Ancient Mew. Okay, Ancient Mew, I think, is outside of the Black Star promo line. It's not numbered. It is a promo card. Where the fuck did you get that? Where did that... I have one. I have 2. Where'd I get them? Oh, I don't actually remember. Ancient Mew, yeah, Ancient Mew was actually banned in tournament play because it was written in a non-English language or whatever. It does psychic for 40 damage, I think is what it actually does. You can look at it and figure it out. It's not that hard. But yeah, that's the card you were talking about. The one I was thinking was the TCG League one. One of the kind of bullshit promo cards whose value seems to just kind of go up and down. I've told you about this before. I think there's a video on the YouTube channel about the greatest Pokemon card haul I ever had. There's Fruit by the Foot, okay? They still make that? I don't actually know. Quarter of a century ago, if you bought enough fucking Fruit by the Foot and saved the UPCs off the box, maybe it was the wrappers, I don't know what, if you saved enough shit from buying this sugary garbage, and you sent them in to General Mills, whoever the fuck makes Fruit by the Foot, they would send you a promotional Meowth card. However, this promo card was non-standard. It was not a traditional Wizard of the Coast promotional card. It's just the Meowth card from the Jungle set. It looks exactly like it, the same flower marking for the Jungle expansion set. It's the Meowth card from the Jungle set, but the border around the card, instead of being that bright kind of goldenrod yellow, it's more of like a non-holographic gold. It's like a brownish yellow. It's gold, but it's not like shiny gold. If you don't know what you're looking at, you might just think that's a normal ass card with the uglier than usual border. That's actually a promotional card, and it's worth the okay amount of money. It's like, I remember like never ever coming across one of those in the wild. And then when I got that box of shit that had been donated to that playhouse, there was two of them in there. I was like, oh shit, dude. So yeah, that's a fruit by the foot one. So yeah, there were cards that were in the United States, North America markets that were like non-standard. The Ancient Mew, the Golden Border Meowth, there's a Pikachu card. I don't know where the fuck I got this. There's a Pikachu card from the base set that, again, in place where the expansion thing would be, it's a gold foil stamp that says E3, like the gaming convention. I don't know where I got that card, but I have one. I have no idea where the fuck I got that. That card, I don't know the values contemporarily. I remember that card being worth a fuckload of money. I have no idea how much it's worth now, but again, that's a non-standard promo card. I guess they gave it to people who went to that convention. I've never been to E3. Don't know where I got it. Don't remember trading it for somebody. I may have just gotten it from someone who didn't know it was a rare card. They just thought it was a Pikachu card. I don't know. But I don't know. So anyways, when I got into the talk of the promo cards though, because a lot of those weird non-standard promos debuted in this game. I remember seeing some of these cards being like, what the fuck is that? I've never seen that card before. And then, months later, it turns up and gets printed as an actual promo card in North America. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the one from the game. I get it. So anyways, most of this game's achievements are just playing through the game and obviously completing the entire collection, with the exception of two cards. There's the Venusaur card I mentioned earlier. There's a thing called Card Pop. You have your Game Boy. You have a link cable that you can connect it with, but the Game Boy Color also has, like, on a TV remote, it has a little IR sensor, so you could lay two Game Boys together or touch them together and then go to this menu, and what you would do is, once per save file, you could card pop with somebody who also had the game, and you would both get a random card from the game. I think it was limited to actual ones that were, like, rare. You would get a random rare card. It could be any of the ones you would normally get in an in-game booster pack, but there were two cards in there, the Venusaur and there's a Mew. And I think the Mew is the one that was promo number 7 or 9 that you got from the Pokemon League. Those two cards were restricted to Card Pop. You cannot get them in any other means aside from, like, game sharking. So for the achievement to collect all the cards in the game, those two are not included. So there's like 250 some odd cards in the game, and when we get them all, then it'll be like too short. You look at the collection, it'll say such and such out of such and such, and will be too short, but the achievement will still pop. That's why. Because with an emulator, there's no way to actually get those cards aside from popping open a Game Shark console, and if you do that, it turns off achievements, so, there's no way to do it. So anyways, let's hop on over to the thing, and we'll get this underway. Oh yeah, we were playing Cave Noir earlier. We never really finished that, but I kind of played myself into a corner with that. The game got really hard, so I didn't want to continue that one. We might continue it later if you guys really liked it, but I kept getting I was getting kind of pissed off at it. What are my achievements at? Is it still that? 25,007. Oh, look, I didn't even update this. It's 25,793. Nice. Very nice. Watch me not have this ready. Told you guys. Unless they use... Hang on. Yeah, no, I don't have it ready. All those fucking games in there. Give me a second. Nintendo Game Boy. You guys ever heard of this game, Pokemon? I mean, I know you guys know about Pokemon. You ever played the card game? You play in this game, everything does damage and powers of 10. Why you gotta make it do 10? You put an extra 0 on the end, doesn't make it any more impressive. That's just inflation. Alright? You do 1 damage, everybody, you can take the whole 0 off. It's the same game. It's actually easy to keep track of. What happens if something does 5 damage? You're gonna cut one of the little beads in half and do 5 damage? You can't do that. What's the deal with that? Oh, it says the directory says I'm in the OneDrive because this fucking thing. When I reinstalled Windows, apparently the desktop puts it in. The desktop is in the OneDrive folder now. It's garbage. Windows is garbage. I hate Windows. It's stupid. Pokeyman trading card. This one. That's the one. Put that in there. In that folder. Yeah, the user's that OneDrive desktop image. See, it's so stupid.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
I uploaded my entire computer to OneDrive and blew their servers up. I really do this shit. It's nothing to me, man. Did we log in? Did I disable achievements? Hang on. I think I turned these off or something, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Whoops. Okay. Well, hang on. In case it asks me to log back in. I don't know why RetroArch does this, but when whenever I need to log in, it just types my fucking password in plain text. I assume if I did that, I assume you guys would be able to see that if I just did that. So I'm not going to actually try that on the stream. I don't want you guys to get my password to my stupid... Oh, good. I got it. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to make me log in again. See, when I turned it on, it said I was logged in. But, of course, the login token expires because Lord knows, you know, someone else used this computer. I assume if I would have done that, you guys would have seen that. Okay, there we go. Now, turn that back on. What's my preferred strat in this game? Well, back in the day, how did I used to play this? I had multiple decks. I actually was pretty good at the original. I never even really told you. I didn't even open the stream with any stories of. I mean, I've told these stories on the stream before. The Zap deck that you could buy from just the pre-made one they sold in stores. I used a derivative of that. I built a deck that was also electric and psychic, and I built a deck on that. And then I also had a deck that was entirely just fighting type, because if you had like Hitmonchan and Diglett and Machop and things like that, they could just start doing damage with like 1 energy apiece. So first turn you could just start, you know, hitting people. And if they got a bad draw on their opening hand, you know, a few turns, after 2 turns, if you have the energy in your hand, after 2 turns, Diglett starts doing 30 damage. I think Hitmonchan does 40, I think. And Machop does 20 damage for 2 energy, I think. But if they get a bad draw, and they have only 1 active Pokemon, and you can just knock it out in a couple of turns before they can even put another thing down, you win automatically. So that's the strategy I usually used. But I remember the deck I built that was like electric and psychic, I took out the Mewtwo card from the base set, because that one actually sucks. And I put in, I think, the promo card from the movie, which had like Cyburn, which is like 30 or 60 damage or something. I did that one. That was the one I used. You got a different... When you bought the movie on VHS, you got a Mewtwo promotional card, but it was different from the one you got from seeing the movie. It had different art, and I don't know if the attacks were different. I'm trying to remember that. I think it may have been the same attacks, but it was different art and it was a different card. It was Fantramon is like, the fighting deck is like, so anyways, I started blasting. Yeah. Is it the time I got banned from a card game store? Yeah, the Draco Chan, like Chris Chan. I did get kicked out of a Pokemon card shop when I was a kid. I told the full story is on the YouTube channel. It's an older one. It's called like Kicked Out of Pokemon League, I think. And the short of it is, I had a card in my deck. I think it was a Psyduck. It was a water card that used Psychic Energy, and it was in the Psychic Electric deck, but it only used Psychic Energy because it was a Psyduck. But I figured I could throw someone for a loop if it was a water type card, because you wouldn't expect to have that in there. And it was it didn't have an attack that you had to do anything. It literally was just like name of attack and then the number of damage it did. You didn't need to translate any of it because the icons and shit are the same on North American and Japanese cards. And it's not like it said an attack and then some shit in Japanese where I could have made it up and been like, oh yeah, if you fucking get heads, then I get to draw 10 prize cards and I win the game immediately. You know, it wasn't some bullshit. It was literally like, even if you couldn't read Japanese, like me, you could say, whatever this attack is, I don't, Psychic Confusion, Water Gun, I don't fucking know. This does 30 damage. That's it. And I was in like one of the little local tournaments where like the owner, like the winner of the tournament, you got like a booster box back then, a whole fucking booster box of cards. And I made it all the way to the final round, and I had used that card in there's a lot of people there when there's a booster box at stake. I was there all day. I don't know how many fucking rounds of this game I played. And I was in the final match, and I was about to kick this guy's ass because I was going to win in the next few turns because I had like one prize. I don't know what the conditions were, but I was basically about to win. And I had this Psyduck on my bench. I wasn't even using it in a thing. And he threw a shit fit and called one of the people over and said, he's using a non-English card and he doesn't have an official translation for... He tried to like fucking actually Reddit mod me. And then the thing was because that stupid piece of shit kid was there all the time because his parents were just wealthy, rich local people who wanted to offload their fucking annoying autistic kid on these people. They spent tons of money there, and I didn't spend that much money there. So in the grand scheme of things, the owner of the store determined that, like, yeah, letting the stupid fat kid win and get the booster box is better for business because that'll keep him happy and his parents will keep bringing him here and they'll keep buying him booster boxes and we'll make money hand over fist because we like money too. So they sided with him and then disqualified me before I was about to win, and I got really pissed off, and I called him like a fat retard or something. I don't know what I called him to his face, but I insulted him to his face while the adults were there, and then they kicked me out of the shop and told me I couldn't come back. So, but fuck that kid. Who cares? Oh shit, no, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to grab the top and drag the window, not resize it. There we go. Did I go back and try to run the owner over with my car? No. But I did, at one point, I did actually go back to that store a couple of years later, just because my friends wanted to go, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be in that store. I told them the story, I thought it was funny, and they're like, dude, no one cares, just come in. So I went in with them, and they didn't seem to care, but when you sign up for the tournament, they ask you what your name is, and if I gave them my real name, they would have been like, oh, this motherfucker is Draco. They call me Draco. This motherfucker's Draco. He's not supposed to be here. Kick him out. So I told them my name was Jim Hawking, and they let me play. And they called me Jim Hawking the entire time I was there, not realizing that that's the name of the kid from Outlaw Star. First name I thought of, I was like, that. Alright. How good would I say the Kangaskhan card is? Yeah, Fetch. That one is really good for building out a hand.
to start getting cards early on, there were a lot of people that had play sets, 4 cards of Kangaskhan in the deck, and they would play one of them, and then to open the game with, and they would just keep casting Fetch over to the 1 energy of any type. Didn't matter what kind of deck you had, Kangaskhan, you could use it because it was colorless, so any energy satisfies the thing, and they would just draw cards non-stop. And which is a good strategy if you need cards, but you also have to not go overboard. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. You also have to not go overboard with it because one of the lose conditions of this game is not being able to draw a card when it's your turn. So, if you draw all your cards, you lose, no matter what.
They call me Poop Town, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Pooptown is crazy about Pokemon and Pokemon card collecting. The game's still loud? Is it still? Turn it down again. Still? I feel like I turned it down somewhat, right? It's substantially quieter now. Pooptown is crazy about Pokemon and Pokemon card collecting. One day, Pooptown heard a rumor. Does Bruno Mars is gay? The legendary Pokemon cards. The extremely rare and powerful cards held by Pokemon trading card games' greatest players. The Grand Masters are searching for one to inherit the legend. Dreaming of inheriting the legendary Pokemon cards, Pooptown visits the Pokemon card researcher, Dr. Mason. He's researching cards? What do you... He's doing other stuff. He's doing other stuff. I don't know. You can't. That's not a real thing. You got a PhD in studying trading cards? What do you really do? You do porn? What do you do? Like, that's not a real job. We're here at the Masonic Lodge. Oh, why the rush, Pooptown? What? You want to learn how to play the Pokemon trading card game? Dude woke up. I was like, I want to be the very best like no one ever was. I know nothing about playing this card game that the entire world around me is built upon. So, Mason, break it down. So you too finally want to start playing the card game. Well, dueling is more fun than just collecting cards. First, you should try playing with a practice deck. Here, I'll give you this deck, and now you need an opponent. Hey Sam, play with them for a while. Yes, Dr. Mason. Hello, Pooptown. Okay, let's give it a try. Hey, Pooptown, hurry and come here. First, ask Sam the basics of the game. What do you want to ask about? I think I can wing it. Is that all? Yeah. Yes. They say that actions speak louder than words, so let's play a game. Since this is your first time, just try to learn the basic steps. I'll be coaching you, so follow my advice. If you don't do as I say, you won't be able to proceed. Just so we're clear, Sam, what do you, you said... saying this is my first time, you know, if I don't do what you say, when I go proceed. Am I paying you for this service? It might be easier if you read the Pokemon trading card game instruction booklet while we play. That's fine. I don't need the RTFM. Do not shuffle the deck. We're stacking the cards here. How does it feel being a resident of Pooptown? It's real shitty. Okay, Goldeen. So, if you've never played the Pokemon card game, this will walk you through it. You can only play a level 1, like an unevolved Pokemon. active. If you have like the Sea King right there, well obviously we have Golding, but you can't play them in the same turn. Usually you play with 6 prizes for tournament play, 4 for standard play, and nobody does 2. Me. Draw a card in your first turn. I think you can make the text speed faster here, but I think for the tutorial it is locked into being slow. Okay, so you gotta put a water energy on Goldeen. You can only attach 1 energy card per turn, unless you have a card, or a card that has a special power that lets you do more than 1. So Machop needs 2. Oh, he only needs 1. Okay, it's 1 for 20, not 2 for 20. Wrong about that. So we're gonna put another water on Goldeen, and we're gonna evolve the Sea King because Sea King has like 60 HP, 70 HP. So the strategy they're talking about here is that the Sea King card, if I check it, Waterfall does 30 damage, and it requires 1 water energy, and then the second energy is colorless, which means you can use whatever the fuck you want. It can be water if you want, but it doesn't have to be. So ideally, what you would want to do is, we have a Staryu. Staryu only takes water energy. So if I have something that's non-water in my hand, I can put it on the Sea King, it'll satisfy the requirement, which is why Psychic will work. And with that Waterfall... I always thought it was funny that the font in this game is so tiny, because it's a very verbose card game a lot of the time. So the strategy here is Sea King only needs a maximum of 2 energy to do any attacks, so we don't need to put any more in Sea King, but we do have energy in our hand, and we have Pokemon on the bench that don't have energy. And since you can play an energy 1 per turn, smoke if you got them. So what you want to do is put it on Staryu, just in case, because it's better to play. If you have a card that you can play in your hand, you should play it. And he said to do Horn Attack for 10. I'm going to make sure this motherfucker's dead. I'm going to hit him with that 30, okay? Notice how I didn't pay attention to what he said, and the game still continued. It only checks to see if you kill this guy. So when you knock out a guy, you get to draw a prize card. And the prize cards are, like I said, there's 4 in a basic game, 6 in tournament play, and one of the win conditions is to draw all of your prize cards. So, Sam here described one of the other lose scenarios for the game, or win scenario if it happens to your opponent. If you do not have an active Pokemon, you lose. You're gonna have 1 active and 5 on your bench, because in the game you can only have 6 on your team, so that's 6. So if, like, I only had the Sea King and he knocks it out this turn, and I have nothing else I can play, even though he's only drawn 1 prize card, and he still has 1 prize card remaining, he wins automatically because I wouldn't have anything to play. We're gonna play Staryu. Can I explain the rules of this game, man? Oh, okay. So, when you play the Pokemon, you play the power. So you get the potion, and the potion, you get to take 20 damage counters. No. You get to take 20. You get to take 20 damage off your Pokemon, which is two damage counters, because every coin, every damage is 10 a piece, so you take two of them off, and that's 20 when you play a potion. So this is something of a, I guess advanced strat, I don't know. So we all know Staryu evolves into Starmie. So one of the things you can do is, you know, in anticipation of drawing a Starmie, because you know you got one in your deck, again, if you have energy to burn that you can play, and you know you got a Starmie, you can go ahead and get Staryu ready ahead of time. And so when you get the Starmie, you're already good to go. So he just swapped out, he retreated. Usually, it depends on the card, it'll say on the card what you have to do. If you retreat, sometimes you have to discard energy cards to do that. I think Starmie's second attack. Starmie has an attack for 2 damage and 2 energy and 3 energy. You're gonna evolve to Machoke? No. Our Starmie. This plays out the same way every time, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, I never did get the cruise achievement in Mega Race. I have had time to do it, but I just haven't done it. Alright, dude. Prepare to die. Star Freeze. So you get heads every time here, to show you what paralysis does. So he didn't attack because he's paralyzed. You can't attack when paralyzed. And I believe you can't retreat either. I mean, you can, but you have to flip a coin to see if you succeed. After you discard your energy. So if you have an energy discard to retreat, you discard that, then you flip, and if you get tails, you just fucked yourself. We're gonna juice it up a little more, okay? 4 energy. Don't even have to do that. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Diglett has, it does like 10 damage and 30 damage for 1 and 2 energy apiece. It only has 30 hit points though, but the Doug Trio card, it does like Earthquake or something, which I think it lets you attack the active Pokemon and you get to pick someone on the bench and also do like 10 damage to it, or maybe it damages the whole bench. I don't actually know. This time, just to practice, so I had you follow everything I said. There are other styles of play, so try them out by choosing normal duel. I'll do that, thanks Sam. Now then, let's build your deck. Did you bring your cards? Here's all my cards. Let me add some of my own cards to yours. Now, Pooptown, what kind of deck do you want? Please select the deck you want. I want Bulbasaur and Friends. It's the one I want. I know he's like, Draco, why didn't you pick Charmander? Because Bulbasaur has Leech Seed and a bunch of other bullshit moves, and I think it's the better deck. Bulbasaur and Friends deck. And then you get the overflow too if you want to make some changes. 30 cards. There are many people playing at the clubs. Collect new cards and try building a new deck. Alright. We got... There we go. Crank up that text speed. You guys want the dual animations on? I'll leave them on for now. Become a pain in the ass. We'll change them. Alright. What's up, dude? To save your game, yep, I literally just did that. Oh, yeah, you get your emails. Read mail. We got mail! Oh, look! It's a letter from my friends. Pooptown, it's me, Dr. Mason. Are you getting the hang of the Pokemon trading card game? Never been better, dude. I have some information for you about booster packs. If you want to collect the same cards, duel the same person many times to get a particular booster pack. By doing so, you will be able to collect the same cards, making it easier for you to build your deck. Another method for collecting cards is to use Card Pop, which you can't do that because we're emulating it. When you and a friend use Card Pop, exclamation point, comma, you will each receive a new card. When you pop, once you pop with a certain friend, you won't be able to pop with that friend again. So find many friends who own the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy and Card Pop with them to get new cards. And then you get a free booster pack on the house. Yeah, there's that Kangaskhan card you were telling everybody about. I'm probably going to just put that in my deck, actually. Nidorino, Kadabra, Pikachu, Charmandy, Diglett, Rattata. Damn, he got us 10 cards in that booster pack. Ripping us off now. What's in this deck? Let's see, we got Bulbasaur. Does Leech Seed for 20, but you get to heal 1 damage counter from Bulbasaur for doing it. We don't have Butterfree. I don't remember if Butterfree was any good in this game. Why is there a Flareon in this deck? What? Oh, they put a seal... Dude, what? What, you got grass, water, fire... Oh, there already is a Kangaskhan in the deck. Interesting. Do we have an Eevee? I don't want those. I don't want the Flareon in the deck. He doesn't belong here. That's kind of like a surprise, like, fuck you kind of thing. Like, yeah, look what I can do, but that's kind of dumb. We're going to replace Kangaskhan. We're going to put a Oak. We're going to put a Bill. Some potions. Reduce a full heal. Gust of wind. I guess if I was smart, I could be telling you guys what all these cards do that I'm just taking and putting out from the deck, but I suck at what I do, so I'm not going to worry about that. Do we have water energy in this deck? Yeah, we do have some water energy in this deck. I'm going to put 1 extra grass in there. Alright. Yeah, there you hold B, you run fast. Okay, let's take a look at these controls, or the achievements here. Medals. Pokemon Dome. Okay. Final challenge. 3rd medal. Let's see. So when does this guy appear? You need 3 medals for that guy. Okay, good. Get dead, Bulbasaur and friends. Flareon's not a friend. Would are you talking when you said would Ness collect cards? You talk about Earthbound Ness? I think Ness would collect baseball cards, not Pokemon cards, because he likes baseball. So I think he would collect. He'd be really enthusiastic about Babe Ruth. The 8 club masters each own a master medal, like a badge, you could say. The secret of each club's deck is encrypted in its master medal. You mean to tell me that the Water Club uses water-type cards? Once you get a master medal, go to the computer room in back. You can place the medals in the auto deck machines to create different decks. Isn't the auto deck machine great? Yeah. I don't want to do any legwork. Where's Aaron? Here we go. Test your deck. Yeah, this guy only gives you energy cards, but there is an achievement for beating him. So, we're playing, we are probably strong against his water and fighting deck. Probably. Yeah, probably. Alright. He looks like somebody who would play a lot of Pokemon cards, doesn't he? You know, the type of guy who's like 10, 15 years too old for that stuff. Spends a lot of time online. Has a persona. You can check the card, right? Yeah. It's Caterpies. I'm gonna go with Caterpie here. And we got a Professor Oak, so if things start going downhill. By golly. Alright. So, Rhyhorn here is weak to grass type. So here's the thing. The card game simplified a lot of the types. So even though Caterpie is bug type and bug is not effective against rock and ground, Rhyhorn is a fighting type because that's the closest they can get to that. And because he's rock type, he is weak to grass in the Game Boy game. But to simplify matters, Caterpie is now grass type because bug, you know. So now I'm strong against him. Just roll with it, okay? So Leer doesn't do damage, it makes it so you can't attack if it's successful. I'm not going to put a water energy on Jigglypuff, I'm going to put a grass because I have less water type than grass in there. I don't think I've heard of Mad Mike's quest for stale gum. I don't know what that is. Is it a ROM hack of something? Shit. Well, if he didn't do that, I would have been able to knock him out next turn. Because the plus power thing I have gives 10 more damage to what I do. Another Professor Oak, huh? Nice. Alright, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to use the cards I have. I can't attack. I don't want to play Professor Oak. I mean, if I play Professor Oak, I'm going to have to give up the other Professor Oak, but I don't want to give up Dougal. So I just have to... I can't attack. So you might be wondering, like, okay, well, Draco, what's the difference between Leer and, you know, Paralyze, what I'm doing? When someone uses Leer, you can still retreat without any penalty. You can move cards, or you can do all the stuff you can do when normally, so you just can't attack. This guy's stalling my ass out. Okay. So Caterpie's retreat cost is 1. He is resistant to electric type. His retreat cost is 3. Jesus Christ. Okay. So here's a question. He leered Caterpie. Can I attack him as Jigglypuff? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Well, he's dead. Got ourselves a Krabby. There's always like those really like circumstantial, conditional things with this card game I can never quite remember. Oh, dude, 10 damage. I will never recover from this. So the reason why the attack did 30 damage on the previous turn and knocked out the Rhyhorn is because plus power adds 10 to what you do after you do calculate the stuff. You just healed. Good. This guy's got a lot of cards in his deck. Is that the... No, that's the... Oh, that's the promo Meowth. That's the Meowth that comes with the game. That's what I thought. I was like, that doesn't look like the Jungle Meowth. That's the one that comes with the game. That's why in-game, since that card didn't exist here when this game was made, the expansion mark for it just says GB for Game Boy because it's exclusive to the game. That's what confused me when I was younger. Shit, I think Jigglypuff is weak to fighting type. If this guy hits me, I might die in like... I might survive one turn? Stop it, dude. The Meowth I'm putting energy on is kind of a chaotic card because it does damage randomly to something on the opponent's side. It does 20 damage, but it doesn't do... I mean, it might do 20 damage to Hitmonchan if I did it, but it might do 20 damage to the seal he just put on his bench, you know what I mean? He's stalling with this Hitmonchan. He's gonna definitely fuck me. Hang on, let me, what's Tangela's? It's Stun Sport, Poison Whip. This is also a promo card, I think. Because it says GB. It costs 3 energy. How much health does... it's only at 50. I'm gonna put the energy back on Caterpie. Yeah, the only normal types, or colorless types that are not weak to fighting are the flying types, the bird types that are also colorless in this game. It's gonna do 40 damage, right? That's what I thought. Whoops. Got a little Nidoran. Okay. I'll take him down. I'll just take him out here. I'll take my prize. He'll kill me on the next round because he'll play somebody that has he'll play somebody that has energy on him. All he needs is 10 damage. He's got me here. All right, Ron. It's time to unleash the fury. Don't know what I'm doing. Cool. Alright. Do I have a... I do have Kingler. Okay. I want Kingler. I'll just play that. I don't want to give up the Dugong. I mean, I don't want to use plus power either, because this is kind of unpredictable. Let's see. Who'd I hit? Goldie! Good! Put on the Kingler. Alright, let's just keep hammering on that fish. Oh, got him from downtown. Nice. I don't even know how much health it had. Get that ready, because Metapod has an attack for 20 that can paralyze. I don't. That's the thing is, if I hit Poliwag with the cat punch, it's only gonna do half damage. If I do for 30 damage, it won't kill it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to waste the plus power. I just don't know who was gonna do 30 damage too. I really only want to do the cat punch if I know it'll be a sure. I mean, a plus power if I know it'll be a sure thing. I'm not too sold on that. I'm gonna hang on to that energy. Who did I hit? Hitmonchan? Ah. I think I killed the Hitmonchan, right? That's not even in play anymore. It's gonna do 20 damage to me. Because Water Gun does 10 plus 10 for every energy you put on it. Up to a maximum of 30, I think? Alright, dude. It's over. Now you fucked up. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, it didn't say you got a secret bonus point. It didn't do our little fanfare. Why not? Oh right, he only gives you energy. How do I turn that little alert back on? We turned that off at one point, right? Didn't we? Do the... There was something that like wasn't working. Is that in audio? Notifications? Shit, I hate these stupid. Good. Configuration. No. User interface. Notifications. That's for visibility. I don't know why it didn't do the sound. Didn't do the sound. Output. We don't have the sound, it's not fun, okay? That's gotta have the sound. Menu sounds. Notice? That didn't sound correct. I don't want to spend forever. Okay, you guys know trying to navigate this options menu in this program pisses me off. I don't know how to turn the funny sound back on. You got a secret bonus point. If any of you guys know how to do it, please tell me. I'm not going to go hunting through the menu. I didn't change anything that I can remember. It just stopped working.
It's French. It's crap.
It is. Oh yeah, you could print out your decks in this game. You could print them out. If you had a printer. Game Boy printer, that is, specifically. Yeah, I know about the clubs, okay? I know all about the clubs. I didn't get any mail. Sometimes you get mail from, I don't know. Lightning Club. No one knows whose house that is. Prodigy. Hey, show me your deck. What do you mean by this? Hyper Beam is extremely powerful. You can remove the energy cards attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Without energy, they won't be able to attack or retreat. This is Ishihara's house. This is the guy who, in real life, in Meat Space, he is the president of the Pokemon Company. Humble beginnings, you know? Fucking NPC who gives you rare cards. Okay, so there's one of these that's like... you talk about Muck. That's a good Pokemon right there. I could have sworn one of these, has a promotional card in it. I know that, Ishihara, he shows up here sometimes. You can get cards from him, but I could have sworn if you check his bookshelves, there's like a Clefairy or something here. It is rumored that there is a Phantom card that can only be gotten by using... Yeah, these are the ones I told you about. Yeah, so there's the Venusaur and the Mew that only exist through this. It is believed there are 2 such cards, but no one knows what kind of cards they are. I'm off to search for someone who will give me these cards. Who the fuck are you? Oh, Ishihara? Here, you can have it. Alright, so we have, we have a grass type deck, so we could probably do alright with the Water Club, maybe. Grass Club's kind of hit or miss because what's weird is that like a lot of the poison types are grass as well. Science Club is mostly poison types though, I think. So this is grass. This is poison grass. Psychic, fire. Yeah, we could definitely beat those guys. We do have some water guys in our deck, but we could probably beat the rock guys because there's fighting and there's also rock. Let's go to the rock guys. Oh, dude, it's Ronald. Well, getting the rock medal wasn't that hard. If I keep this up, I should be able to get the legendary Pokemon cards. What? It's you, Pooptown. What are you doing? Huh? That's a deck. Are you trying to get the legendary Pokemon cards? Is this a challenge? Because this is a missable thing. If I want to be... If I tell this guy to fuck off, will it... I think so. The first challenge is after defeating your second. So I'm gonna tell this guy no. I'm not getting them. Yo, it's useless trying to hide it. I know you came here for the medal. You're out of your league. All right, listen up. I'll teach you what it's all about. To inherit the legendary Pokemon cards, you must defeat the 8 Club Masters and get the 8 medals. Then you have to go to the Pokemon Dome and defeat all 4 of the Grand Masters there. Ronald, since you're spilling the beans here, I got a question for you. These four Grand Masters, are they, would you perhaps consider them elite in their field? Just a question. There's no way you can do it. You might as well just give up and go home, because the legendary Pokemon cards are going to be mine. I already won the first medal. See you, Pooptown. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Whatever, dude. Hey, lady. Greetings. Welcome to the Rock Club. This club is for members who use rock Pokemon cards. Fuck, I thought this was... I thought this was for crack enthusiasts. Rock Pokemon are defensive and take very little damage. I'm not here to play cards, I'm just a big fan of geology, okay? So these tell you all about the rock types. I think you can fight these people in here. Some of them you can. Let me save real quick. I don't think it matters if you lose to anybody, but I think like that guy at the table you can fight. Some of these people want trades too. I'm gonna be moving soon to a faraway place, but I'm not sad. I'll make new friends dueling with Pokemon cards. That's a spirit. Who are you? Woman. Okay, excuse me. Did you hear? Ishihara, who lives on the Cape to the northwest, he owns 10,000 cards. He probably even has rare cards. I'm about to flex on this guy. Ishi! What's going on, dude? Take a look at this. You want to be impressed? You want to be about... Here, cool. Look. Got a lot of... You guys know about that? Let's pick a random card out. What, the grass energy? That's the rare one right there. So you want to get rid of those. Oh, we got this one. Whoops. Some of these are Gatorbox cards, actually. But we got a little shelter in here. Oh, we got a little shelter in here. Look at that, dude. Mint edition, mint edition, first edition, 0th edition. Okay. Look, this is a fossil card, guys. Shadowless. Okay. We're talking $1,500 for that card. What's this one, dude? Krabby. They're sorted by type. You can probably tell. Hang on. Guys, what's this Pokemon card? Oh, that's Dragonite from the first movie. That's super. That look. You see how shiny that one is? That's money in the bank right there. What do you say about that, Ishihara? You just got autismed, okay? Gee, I lost. Matthew's really good. He'll probably inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. Not if he spends all this time here. Oh, that's the Matthew. Hi, I'm Matthew, a member of the Rock Club. I just finished a duel. I won, of course. Legendary cards will belong to me. Same as last time. Last time? Who the fuck are you? Is that, okay. Yeah, I got that crazy ass Meowth. We have one grass energy here. What does Nidoran do? Horn Hazard, but if it's Tails, it doesn't do anything, right? Yeah. I'm gonna lead him with that. I like to live dangerously. I'm already getting heads. I'm already getting head. Dead. Dead. One hit. Guys, did you know? Anybody who tells me, like, that their favorite Pokemon is Vaporeon, I am always suspect of them now. We got Bulbasaur, we drew Ivysaur on turn 1, and we drew Venusaur on turn 2. We're already there. Already there. Too bad I don't actually have any fucking energy. Guys, here we go. Double down. Oh, shit. Now he's gonna start flipping a million. Oh, no. Graveler. Uh-oh. Whenever 30 or less... after applying weakness and resistance. So if I hit him, it'll still kill him in one hit. Because it says 30 or less after weakness and resistance. He's weak to grass type, so I hit him for 30, it doubles to 60. That's more than 30, so he's fucked. Here it is. Dead. Dead. 60. Dead. So yeah, this guy's gonna inherit all the cards. Definitely. He's not gonna be flipping burgers. I had to think about that one for a second, dude. I'll never get the legendary cards if I play like that. Dude, you played a Geodude. The fuck's your problem? Bird. Got Dragonite. I like Dragonite. That's a promo Flareon, I believe. That's the jungle Meowth. It's different from the one I have. Jungle Meowth. It's different. Do two here with that. Promo Vaporeon, different from the one that was Vaporeon's jungle set, I think. That right on. Sure, dude. We may have gotten mail. We got mail, dude. It's me, Dr. Mason. I have some information about Gene's deck. He's the master of the Rock Club. His Rock Crusher deck is extremely strong against lightning Pokemon, but it's weak against grass Pokemon. I suggest you study the deck from the Grass Metal Deck machine. Or, I could use the deck that you gave me to start me out with. That one, I could use that one. Oh, before I forget, here's a booster pack. Nice, dude. I think that's Charizard with a really long neck. Blastoise! Blastoise! Ah! Oh, we only get the one? Does this game have inappropriate Misty? Misty's not in this game. You mean the person who's the water gym leader? No, that's Link. You have to talk to those people doing Link Battle. It's not the music I would think of, like rock, you know, whatever. I don't know. I've always wanted to be a hard rocker. Rock Pokemon? Doesn't the name rock? Won't you duel against my rock Pokemon? You ran out of puns, dude. Thanks. We'll rock this match with 4 prizes. He doesn't look like a rocker. That's a kid who looks like he's actually 50. He's got, like, progeria. I don't know what his problem is. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Go, give me a card. Nidoran. The thing with Kangaskhan is that I think it has like a extremely high retreat. Does it? Yeah, it's 3. Okay. And its second attack takes 4 energy to do. So. You need to have a scoop up or a switch to use. I don't think there's one in my deck. Hang on, dude. That's a horse! That's not a rock, that's a horse! What are you doing, Andrew? What are you, stupid? Oh, he did that because he figured me out. He was like, this guy is gonna... He's gonna come at me with grass types. Give me another card.
I can use Defender to be a piece of shit if I wanted to. Defender blocks 20 damage. Alright. I can get 2 more turns out of Kangaskhan. I think I might. Oh, and I got a revive too. Nice. Didn't realize that was in my deck. Bueno. Well, I've only got... I got Flail, which does 10 times the number of damage counters, which will do 20 to Ponyta. I need 1 more water for, Crab Hammer. I don't want him to get a prize, so I'm just gonna do this. Wait, what? Oh, he has no damage. Okay, shit. He needs to be damaged first. Okay. Whoops, I'm stupid. It does 0 damage without... I'm not very smart. Now the horse is dead. There we go, see? Had to think for a second. Seal! Who is... There is the Nidorino in the deck, I think, right? I don't know. He doesn't he's not doing so hot. Give me a... Oh, dude. After all that, guys, what's 40 minus 20? 20. Yeah. Yeah. Give me that. Too bad, so sad, buddy. Alright. I'm gonna take Nidorino. Yeah, I'll evolve him. He can't do any attacks right now, but I was like, I feel confident that I'd be able to make use of that. Come on, dude. Quit stalling. Killing me. Dead. Oh, right, he does 10 damage at a time. That's right. Forgot about that. What do I got here? Put one on him. Onyx only does 10 damage. It has 90 hit points, but it can only do 10 damage, and it doesn't evolve into anything, so what you see is what you get. I don't feel like I'm in any immediate danger.
but it will take me 3 turns to knock him out. Actually, I just won. Hit it with that 50, baby. Good job, Andrew. Better luck next time, idiot. Whoa, I lost. Pikachu. What do we got, dude? Magneton? Nice. Snorlax. Good cards. That's normal Arcanine. That's not the promo one. I gotta rock harder. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem, Andrew. You didn't rock hard enough. That's definitely the problem. It's not that you suck. I'm carving a statue of a Pokemon out of this rock. Looking good so far. Who is it? Freezy? Because that's Ice Climbers, dude. That's not Pokemon. You want a duel? You want a duel now? Yeah, why do you think I came here? Again, doesn't look like a guy who would know a thing or two about carving rocks. Ooh, we got Seal and Dugong? Damn, dude, we're leading in with that. We're leading in with the Seal. Banjamon, this is not a drill. Seal time. Oh, it's on, dude. It's on. With that headbutt. Boom, 10 damage. I think Shelter has a stall move where it doesn't take damage, I think. Yeah. Didn't work. And if I would have gotten a... plus power, would have been nice. Would have been choice. Aurora Beam, you gotta discard something, right? No? Okay. Motherfucker's got Hitmonchan. Luck is not in your favor today, buddy. Shit. I could... if I evolve, I can't move. I can't do any moves. So I don't want to throw away my Dugong. I need my Doobie. Oh, not. I got him now. It's all coming together, dude. Give me a new hand. 7 cards. Count them up. Count them up. Okay, I've already played an energy this turn. I know the Caterpie in play. Alright. 50. It's the best you can do, Ryan? It's not looking good for you, man. It's not looking good. This is it. This is the best. That's all you got? You got a Shelter with no energy on it? Shit, dude. You're just wasting my time, man. You didn't have to do any of that shit. You asshole. You lost. Get out of here. You're just forfeited. Whoa, I lost. Here, take this. Evolution. Pidgeotto. Get that horse. the weird looking. I mean, the pixel art adaptations, a lot of this card art's pretty good, but this one looks like a capybara. Doesn't look like a horse. Gengar. Capybara again. Nice. A little Weedle. Weedy Weedle. What's going on? Must be my unlucky day. You don't have... Some of the guys you do have to defeat the people in the gym leader first. I don't know if this guy, Gene, I don't know if he makes you do that. I am Gene, the master of the Rock Club. Rock is good. Simple man, dude. This guy looked at concrete, he's like, that's alright. Pretty good, man. Isn't rock good, Poop Town? Rock is hard and strong. I feel like I should be adopting a caveman voice for this guy. Doesn't crumble under pressure. Dun 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 dun. After you duel me, you'll know. I'm right. Come, show me what you're made of. This guy, he has the Brock-looking face, right? Yeah. Notice how we're playing with 6 prizes, because this is a big showdown match. I got... I'm gonna lead in with Nidoran. I know I got Seal and Fandron to be like, dude, what's up? But Nidoran can pop out 30 if I get heads. So, you know... Oh man, I've never lost an opening coin flip, which means I'm gonna lose the next one. Here it is. Shit. I told you. Oh yeah, the music did get big serious. I actually... Back in the day, I told you guys when I was a kid, I used to make like mixtapes on cassette tapes actually, where I would like turn on video games and record music on the tape so I could listen to them later. I did a soundtrack of this game, because I really like this song. Dead. Fandramon says, I got you to dig out your old Pokemon card collection. You downsized some years back, but you still kept your favorites and some shinies that have backstories. That's what I mean, those two big things right there. I actually sold off a lot of my rares when I was pressed for cash. So a lot of my duplicate rares I sold off back in the day. And a lot of my commons I did bulk out to Troll and Toad a long time ago too. But I kept most of my collection from back in the day. But holding an old and a new card in your hand, the new cards are much thinner and lighter now. They don't make them like they used to. They have been printed by Wizard of the Coast for a very long time. Like 20 years, Wizards of the Coast hasn't printed them. They're done in-house by Nintendo. I'm gonna pick that card. Oh, the double colorless. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. Seal? If I had a plus power, I would have killed that guy. It's okay. I'll get him on the next turn. I let him have it. He only thinks he's got me figured out. He doesn't. Draw a card, asshole. $10 damage. Oh, looks that was just enough. This guy's got a lot of Geodudes, man. He's gonna start flipping. Nice, dude. 0 damage. Excellent move. What that move does is every time you flip heads, it does 10 damage, and you don't stop until you get tails. That sounds like a powerful move, but mathematically, if you were to, you know, factor out the likelihood of getting successive heads like that, it's not likely. You know, you flip heads